Oh,
Hey friends, welcome to this week's class of Dead Funny University. I am your host and fellow student Kelsey, and joining me today for the 27th class in our Zelda semester. I actually got a few of those wrong, and I think I finally fixed it, and it's now right. I think it's right. If it's not, I will probably have comments right there explaining why I'm wrong.
Random numbers.
Yeah, I'm just whatever.
This is DFU episode number 1543. Let's
You
get
know,
to it.
maybe we'll get there one day, but teaching us is obviously Chris, who is our resident professor on, at this point, most things. I'm hoping one day somebody else will come along who knows a bunch who's willing to teach me. But
yeah, I mean,
now,
that would be... I'm honestly surprised, and this is nothing against JoJo, but I'm honestly surprised JoJo wasn't actually in the seat for Zelda, but I just don't know. I mean, to be fair, he also did admit to me that he never beat Majora's Mask. So, I mean, I guess to be fair, someone who's beaten all of the Zelda games should be in the chair. But
I rolled my eyes so hard I almost fell over.
Oh, man.
I'm glad we have that on camera.
The sad part is that whenever me and you have been friends for so long and I make you do that so often, it's like I can literally hear it in your voice.
Yep.
It's pretty funny. Oh, man.
All right, so we are picking up with a temple.
Yes, we are picking up with the temple. So when we last left off, we found out a lot of really good information, right? Well, not necessarily really good, but just we found out a lot of very important information. There we go. The Zora Queen is dead, unfortunately. Beheaded in front of her own people, which, by the way, I don't know if I pointed it out. I think that's probably like one of the most gruesome deaths in Zelda so far. And it's kind of weird because I was actually talking about this with my brother today, where we were talking about Majora's Mask and just the dark tone to that game, and knowing that game goes into this one, it just seems like there's specifically a timeline where the hero, quote unquote, dies, which we haven't gotten to yet. And it's something I've already said. It's not a spoiler alert. Not Majora's Mask, but Ocarina of Time, the 3 timelines, the hero dies. This is not that timeline, but this is a dark fucking timeline.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Dark timeline. So very interesting, which is funny because it's like, part of me has to think like Link knew, because Zelda straight told him, I'm going to send you back in time so you can have your childhood back. I feel I at least owe you that. And now he has to be thinking like, fuck, man, I should have just stayed an adult. This shit sucks.
Yeah. It's awkward.
Oh, man. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, so we found out that she died, and we found out that we're going to be getting the last piece of our infused shadow in the temple that is in the lake bed of Lake Hyalea. And that Gorons are just fucking gods because they can do whatever they want. They can live in lava. They can live in water.
Yeah.
They just do whatever. So
I want to be a Goron. Oh my god.
Just fuck it. I mean, they do what they want. So
I would lose my shit if in the next version of Zelda, whatever gets released, if Gorons could be female, I will lose my mind. It would be delighted.
That would be insane. I don't think that's going to happen.
I realize it's not going to happen. I know that, Chris. I can feel that in my bones, but I don't care. I have hope.
Yeah, I feel pretty strongly that at this point it's pretty slated, you know, what the races are. And they already got an all-female race, so they got an all-male race to kind of match.
They have a mostly female race because our big bad guy is a guy from that race. So
yeah, but that happens like once every 100 years. That one of those are born, so
which is super awkward because that means just incest everywhere.
No, what do you mean?
I mean, if you've got one male,
you know, that's fair. We haven't gotten there yet. That's actually in Breath of the Wild where they actually talked about that a little bit more, and it's not a spoiler, so we can talk about it here. But
oh, okay.
Basically, what it's come down to is that the oh god, I can't even think of their fucking names now. The woman race, whenever they get to a point of age where they're trying to become, you know, more The Gerudos, thank you. When the Gerudos get to a race where they're trying to become more of a, I guess, becoming a woman, if you will, they travel across the desert and fight a lot of shit on their own, become a badass warrior, all this other shit. They leave town to go and find someone they think is suitable to add DNA to the Gerudo pool. Like, that's the thing. Like, they're like kind of like the, I don't know, I guess fucking, it's like basically they want to make a strong Gerudo tribe. And so they're out to find like other people who can match that to as best as possible, because Gerudos definitely believe they're like top of the list when it comes to fighters, which a lot of them are. They're very fucking strong. And yeah, so then they come back and then give birth to the baby there. And then the baby never knows anything else out, or I should say the daughter, because it's, once again, every 100 years, one son is born. But the daughter literally knows nothing else but that place. Dads
Okay.
don't come visit, nothing. Like,
So what
nothing.
I'm hearing, what I think I'm hearing, is Gerudos are a race that can breed with and have viable offspring with many different types of races.
Right.
But what is born is almost always
Always a
female,
Gerudo female.
and it's almost always Gerudo. So
Correct.
DNA is passed, like, but not any genetic trait, any racial genetic
Correct.
traits. Okay.
Which is very interesting. So, like I said, men are not allowed. Dads can't come in. Nothing.
So my issue with this is, it's not actually an issue. It's just now I'm realizing that this probably is the inspiration for a similar race in Mass Effect, and I'm bummed. Even though there's never one, like, 100 years a male is born. There is no male. It is only female, but they do not reproduce the way that humans do. So, like, sex is not an essential part of, like, passing DNA. And so now I need to figure out which one came first, and I'm pretty sure the answer is Zelda.
I don't know about that. Like I said, the information I just found out, that was in Breath of the Wild, and that was the newest Zelda that just came out like a couple years ago. So the whole, like, one son is born every 100 years, that's been a thing since Ocarina of Time. So that's a long fucking time ago. But the whole, like, them traveling out and shit, yeah, that I don't think was a thing established until just recently. So Mass Effect might have actually been the one that paved the way for that, not the other way around.
Okay. Hang on. When did Mass Effect come out first? I nearly said the Mass Effect, and I'm definitely gonna clip that because
I know for a fact it came out well before Breath of the Wild. So
yeah,
Breath of the Wild was a game that launched on the Switch. So, like I said, very new.
Okay, 14 years. Mass Effect came out 14 years ago. So it is 2021, so 2007. So, okay, yeah. 2000, yeah, my friend was pregnant playing Breath of the Wild and her child's 3. So, yeah. Okay. Yep. Got it.
Yep.
Great.
Time is on your side.
Gerudos may actually have taken their whole breeding concept from the Asari in Mass Effect. That's really exciting. One day I will teach you. Oh my god.
Both worlds are colliding. Look at that. Both worlds are colliding, Kelsey.
I want to teach you Mass Effect so badly.
Oh God! And if it was anybody else but you, I wouldn't sit down and stumble through it. That's for sure.
That's why I have to. You're gonna want to play it. You're gonna want to play it. I realize you don't like space shit. You're gonna want to play it. Anyways, so let's continue. We got distracted on the Gerudos.
Yes,
continue.
We did. So yeah, we are heading towards the temple now. We had already learned our new skill, which was the backslash. That was like one of the last things that we looked at before this. And yeah, we are en route to the new temple to get the last infused shadow. Once again, this is the temple that is considered the water temple, which is always the headache temple. So there's tons of bullshit for you to deal with. But yeah, so not too much really went on in this temple. Actually, a lot of the puzzles were around like using explosion arrows to knock down stalagmites so that way you can, jump on those and climb up to different platforms and stuff. Wasn't really too much water stuff going on. There was this weird enemy that pop up every once in a while, and I couldn't find a good picture of him, but he's like this weird little green beetle, and he would like jump in like a ball of water and just take like, it would just be like a bubble of water just on the ground. And it would just take forever to fucking get him out of that and just being an asshole.
I like him.
Yeah. Anyways, but we do have a mini boss, which everybody seemed to had called. I didn't have like an official name announced in the game, which I thought was weird. But everybody called it the Deku Toad, and that is the frog with mini eggs on its back.
Oh, and those lips. Oh, I am very upset. Oh.
Yeah. So he is hanging out on the ceiling. The game makes you look up. You look up, you see him, and he shakes his butt, or she shakes her butt, whichever one. And all those eggs come falling down, and they hatch into little baby tadpoles, and they all come running at you, and you got to kill all those. And then it jumps down, and it's just a whole bunch of like just tiring it out and hitting it a couple times, and the tongue comes out, and you're attacking the tongue, which is the weak spot. Ow, I don't know, but yeah.
Ew.
Anyways, so you kill that. And we finally get a weapon that is in every single Zelda game, but it's a little bit different in this one, which is our hook shot. And in this game, it's called a claw shot. So instead of it being just a kind of spearhead, if you will, that we would shoot and it would, connect into something and pull us, we now have the, claw, which is pretty cool. I mean, it makes more sense for bringing stuff to you and stuff like that versus it's like, you'd see like a heart container, and it's like if you realistically think about shooting a fucking spearhead at a heart container, you'd fucking smash it and break it. So
yeah,
the claw makes more sense, but it was a nice little design. I like it. Nothing wrong with it. But yeah, this is pretty much a staple. I want to say I don't know about Majora's Mask, but I do know for a fact in Ocarina of Time you get the hook shot from the water temple as well. So this might be the reoccurring weapon in that specific temple. Might. Not 100% sure. So, but yeah, because sometimes they switch it up. Like, for instance, we had Skyward Sword that we talked about where they actually had like a wind temple. We don't have a lot of those in all the other Zelda games. So that's sort of kind of relatively new, if you will. Anyways, which is stupid because it's like whenever you think of classic 101 anything for video games, it's always like, oh, what are the elements? Fucking earth, wind, water, fire. Boom. Like, Oh, well. Nintendo gonna do Nintendo. All right. Anyways, so... we move on. It's actually funny. So I don't know how much you know about the backstory of this, but Nintendo is like very Sue happy. Like they love to see people.
You've
like,
mentioned this a couple times, yeah.
I found this fucking. I found this meme. I think I still have it on my phone, where it's this story about this kid who is in a poor country. Yeah, I do. What a touching story. A young boy from Thailand dreamed about having a Nintendo Switch. Due to not having good financial conditions, he fabricated his own using cardboard and markers. His father filmed him, and posted it on social media. After going viral, it got it in front of the eyes of the Nintendo CEO, who went to Thailand personally and sued the boy for $2.5 million in copyright infringement. It's like, obviously, it's not true.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
That's amazing.
Oh, like, Jesus Christ. Anyways, so yeah, Nintendo. But yeah, moving on. So we kill that mini boss once again. A couple other puzzles here and there for us to solve. We run through all that fun stuff, and then we come to our next boss. This boss was a very interesting boss to me. It was an easy boss, but one, I like the design, and two, the way you see the boss is like super creepy. Ooh. So you open up this like hole in the floor, if you will. It's like these two sliding doors that open up on the floor, and you jump down, and it's just water. It's all it is, just water. And it's dark. You can't see. You can barely see like this light all the way down at the bottom. So you're literally just floating for like a minute. Like, I mean, it's a while. You're just floating or sinking all the way down to the bottom. You get all the way down there, and there's like this long, it looks kind of like a worm almost, but it's like very see-through. And it's just there. It's just out of the sand, and you land next to it. And as soon as you do, you see this like kind of ball shape go all the way up through it to get to the top, and it's an eyeball, and it turns around and looks at you.
Ooh.
This creature has the ability to move its eyeball wherever it wants to throughout its entire body, which is pretty cool.
That is kind of neat, but bleh.
It's called a morphil, is what it's called. And this is what it looks like when you first see it, and you can kind of see the the little tubes.
That's
If you were,
cool.
yeah, because you didn't see all that. Obviously, you just saw the one, and
Mhm.
then as soon as like you see the eye and the eye sees you, it opens up, and then that's when you start to see the rest of it. I got a couple more pictures here so we can see what it looks like because you do fight it down there for a little bit, and then it decides to break completely out and starts chasing you the fuck around.
That is so cool.
He's a bit of a badass, but it's just so cool to know that like he can, because he only has the one eyeball, and you can kind of see it on the second picture on top of its head. Is the one eye it has, and it can move it through any one of those like little face fucking
Yeah.
whisker looking things. Yeah, that thing.
The face tubes.
So yeah, the face tubes. It's face tubes. Anyways, so when fighting this one, it's pretty easy to know what you need to do. First, whenever it is down on the ground, you're just grabbing the eyeball every time you see it come through one of the face tubes, pulling it out, hitting the eyeball a little bit, then it will use a tube to hit you away, pick up the eye, bring it back in. You do that 3 times, normal Zelda fashion, and then it comes out to fight you. It's pretty much just dodging attacks until you can get a chance to line up correctly with it and shoot your hook shot right onto the eyeball,
Ah!
and from there you actually can't pull it out, but you pull yourself to it, and then obviously with thinking about what comes next is to stab the shit out of it. So, and you do that 3 times, typical Zelda fashion,
Bleh.
until it's dead. you you kill that, it gets all fucked up, it can't see, it runs into a wall, which kind of makes like this crack, so all the water starts seeping out of this gigantic long just cylinder fucking room, and it drains all the water. Of course this thing dies, and then we get our heart container and our final piece of the infused shadow,
Do-do-do.
and now we got the cutscene.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Lovely.
Yep, our last piece of the infused shadow.
And she's gonna stick that right on her face, isn't she?
Something like that.
I didn't know she had a head hand. I did. I forgot she had a head
Yeah,
hand.
she can use her hair. Yeah, it's just her hair.
We have to do something about Zant. Have you told me about Zant before now?
We've seen him once.
Okay.
He was the guy that had kind of like the chameleon looking mask with the big
Oh,
eyes.
yeah. Oh, she's expressing, like, compassion. That's nice.
Yeah, I think she's grown a little fond of us, so.
Aww, we're liked. That's nice. Alright, that portal is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should probably grab that before
Yeah,
you
we need
go
our heart
wherever the
containers.
hell she's taking you. And
We're out of the dungeon.
Doglink. Right?
No,
This is where we get Wolfie Boy?
that was the last Twilight.
Oh,
She
okay.
just used that to get us out of the dungeon. Every Zelda game's been like that. And there's Zant.
Ugh. Oh, hey, we've got a friend. Zant seems unaffected and unimpressed by her friend.
Just a tad.
Oh, yep. Oh, hey, I like that snake.
Now we're in the Twilight. Now we're Wolf Boy.
What does Zant think of Midna?
About to find out.
Oh, please don't hurt her. I'm not down for small things being injured. Perhaps she did. Oh, okay. Well, since he threw them away, I'm gonna guess they're not actually useful to him. Ooh, she looks frustrated. that is a joke. Wow! Does that make you feel big to slam a girl into the ground, you jerk?
Especially one that's like 1 foot tall.
Yeah, like, she's basically a spicy dust mite. Leave her alone. Not super chill with you hurting Link either, but he was also coming after you, so I kind of get it.
But this is interesting right here. Minna is hiding
in our head?
something.
Don't like that. Beast is one of the light dwellers. Don't creepily. I'm freaked out. Do not creepily whisper in her. Ugh.
Oh, it's about to get worse. So.
I don't like this guy. So light and darkness meeting at last. Our tribe will take back their realm, and sweet darkness will blot out this harsh light. All right, this guy sucks. Uh-oh. Don't lick her. Ugh! Don't do it, Midna. He's... okay, well, you seem to have some fighting spirit left. That's good. Don't give in to creepy mouth man. Yeesh. This guy sucks a lot. Will that kill her?
She can't live in the light world.
Yeah, so yes. Not wanting to live under you is not the same thing as wanting to go to a place where you die. Oh, hey!
And that's the cliffhanger.
Ooh.
Ooh. Chris!
So are you going to tell me what happened next time? Okay, well, if you're not going to tell me, then we will all leave off on that cliffhanger, and we will see you guys in the next episode of Dead Funny University. Links in the description below. You know what all of them are. It's actually, if this is the first episode, I was about to say if this is the first episode they're watching, I should tell them everything. If this is the first episode, you chose a weird-ass episode. We've got Twitter, Twitch, merch links, whatever, go check them out. Come hang out with us. Comment, please, for the love of God, comment. Tell me what you think. I want to please you guys. Tell me what you think. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, friends.